Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Drunkle. This is Beautiful Brad.
And Sparkly Shoes.
So last we talked to you, we had the Sheldon Shit Show.
The whole Sheldon Shit Show. Hopefully you're still with us and still listening.
Just us two again.
Yeah. It's a little more calm tonight. A little more structured.
Yeah, you might hear us a little bit.
Yeah, we can get a couple of words in now.
That dude is full of fucking energy.
He is a fucking character. So if you guys listen to, there's going to be two of the pods. Let us know what you thought.
Yeah, for sure. We definitely want to hear some feedback on that one.
Did we completely lose you as listeners? Are you going to stick with us?
Also, what did you think of Sheldon? Do you want to hear him again?
Do you want to hear more of him?
Or was,
oh, God.
Was those 2 episodes enough for you?
I think that was enough for me for a while.
Yeah, that might be a once a year kind of thing.
Yeah, that's like one of those really hard parties that you go to, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, it was fun at the time, but I think I'm going to hold off on that for a while.
He got me fucked up on that moonshine. My God.
Yeah, I was wondering, how did you feel? You were drunk the next morning.
Yeah, I was drunk well into the afternoon. He wasn't kidding, though. Like, it didn't have, like, a bad hangover.
Yeah, because it's all organic, natural stuff.
I guess. I don't know. Sometimes it seems like with the liquor, especially the clears, like, the hangover isn't as bad. I don't know.
I don't know. Everclear is clear,
Yeah.
so...
That shit's bad news.
Yeah, that stuff's potent. Especially when you bring it to a party that's hidden in fruit.
And it was a lot of day drinking going on that day.
Yes. And everybody ate the fruit within 30 minutes. It was gone. And that was a full bottle of Everclear.
Yeah, that night didn't end well for me.
That was at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And then you had the rest of the night to be partying and drinking.
Yeah.
Holy shit. There was a couple casualties that night.
Yeah, everyone was getting fucked.
Me and Jill both had to go to the doctors that week.
Oh, really?
I got a pinched nerve. I woke up the next morning and could not feel my arm at all. It was awful.
Yeah, we'll have to get more into that for our Flashback Friday.
Yeah, we'll do that for Flashback Friday.
All right, rock and roll. So, what do you got on tap this week?
This week, I have a sparkling CBD black cherry.
Oh, yeah.
Contains 20 milligrams of broad-spectrum hemp extract.
Now, those are the good ones, right?
These are the good ones.
Yeah. So it's called Sparkling CBD?
Sparkling CBD.
Those aren't the Cincinnati ones, are they? Oh, they were
I don't
called,
think
like,
so.
Queen City.
Yeah, those were Queen City.
Yeah, so far the sparkling ones have been the best, by, like, a long shot.
In case you were wondering, this comes from Denver, Colorado.
Right on.
Hey, they know how to do it in Colorado.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why we like them so much. So what do you have?
I have a Sonic Fanta.
And what is a Sonic Fanta?
It's a Fanta from Sonic.
Oh. So last time Brad drank Fanta when we hung out, he pissed his bed.
Yeah, I was all hopped up on the shit.
You weren't even drunk. How are you not drunk? You drink orange soda and piss your bed.
It's like that dude we talked about on an earlier pod where he got drunk off cake. Well, Fanta gets me fucked up.
You get drunk off of orange soda?
Steer clear of clear? No, I got to steer clear of orange.
Go to Sonic, get the big ass one, and then you're fucked.
Yeah, when I was a kid, man, my mom would give me orange juice for breakfast, and next thing you know, I'd have my clothes off running around the backyard.
Just fucking passed out drunk. That's how you became an alcoholic.
Orange soda.
Orange gets you drunk.
So how does yours taste? Have you had that before?
I have had that one before. I'm trying to finish my coffee in between, so I'm going to finish my coffee first.
Right on.
But yes, it's very tasty. And by the way, speaking of coffee, this morning was glorious because I got up, started making my coffee, and was doing some other things around the kitchen, and I was like, what is that smell? And I was like, what is that? It smells like sweet? What? what am I smelling? And I was like, that's my coffee brewing. I could smell my coffee brewing for the first time in 2 months.
Wow. That has to be fucked up. Like, it catches you off guard smelling coffee, something you were probably so familiar with.
Oh, yeah.
Smelling.
Yeah.
That had to have been weird.
Yeah, that was the first inclination that I had COVID, is when my coffee was brewing and I couldn't smell it.
Mm-hmm.
And when I went to go get it, I was like, wait a minute. I don't smell anything. And I was like, oh, this isn't good. And then I tasted it and I was like, yep, can't taste any of that.
Good old coffee, man. That smells great, though. I love the smell of coffee.
It does. And this one is a blueberry coffee, so it smells like that blueberry and the coffee smell.
Mm-hmm.
It smells very sweet. It smells so good.
Is it like a warm coffee?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
It wasn't like one of them mocha fucking whatever the freezing coffee.
No, it's not a frozen coffee.
Yeah, I've never had a blueberry coffee.
Oh, it's so good. And I can taste it. I've been able to taste it for a long time. I just haven't been able to smell it brewing. And I guess I just never even realized it. And this morning when I was like, what is that smell? I wasn't like, hey, I'm smelling stuff. I was like, wait a minute, what is that? Why do I smell something? And what is that? Oh, it's coffee.
Gee, I open up like a bag of hot dogs and just get a good whiff.
Oh, gross.
My smell's back.
It has made changing poopy diapers a lot easier, though.
And now it's all going to be right back in your face.
But the bad thing is, before, you knew she pooped because you could smell it.
Yeah.
So she might be going around with a shitty diaper for a while before I'm like, oh, hey, you have a poopy diaper.
You don't know now until it's sagging or there's like fucking shit on the floor.
Luckily, she's pretty good about telling us now.
Oh, that's good.
She'll be like, point at her butt.
So you got your taste back and everything?
I'm not going to say completely. So I can taste that. But today, for dinner, I had Chipotle, and the only thing I could taste was the hot sauce.
Oh, really?
So how can you eat Chipotle and not taste it?
So can you, like, feel the texture of the food?
Yes. So it's like, basically, you're eating for texture, basically.
Really?
Now, that's how it was when I couldn't smell or taste anything. And I had, like, cayenne pepper and could not taste it.
Wow.
At that point, it was eating for texture.
So what is
But-
that like?
Fucking sucks.
Yeah. Does it throw you off?
Yes. Yeah, it really does. Because you're so used to tasting stuff and smelling stuff, and that's how you eat. Like, that's how you decide if you like it or not.
Yeah.
You smell it, and then you taste it.
I can't even, like, imagine that. Just, like, chewing on something and there's just
Yeah,
tasteless.
it was really weird. So now I can, like, taste and smell some things. And so the things that I have been eating a lot of, which is terrible, are sweet things and very salty things. Because I can taste the salt and I can taste the sweetness.
No, really? Fucking good lord.
Fucking COVID, man. It
Yeah.
sucks.
No shit.
But I did take the antibody test yesterday, and I do have the antibodies. So I guess I'm immune. But I am also going to look into donating plasma. Because if you donate your plasma with the antibodies, it helps people that have COVID really bad, that are, like, really bad off.
Yeah, definitely. Because some people get it fucking bad.
Yeah. If I had to go through shit, at least if I can help somebody, it might make it a little better.
Yeah, for sure. Didn't you say something like when you got the antibodies, it lasts up to like 3 months or something? Or?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, really? So
Yeah.
it should be good for a while.
Although, I was looking it up online, and they're like, well, we don't really know because it's so new.
Yeah, I wouldn't push it. Be
Yeah.
out there like licking toilet seats.
Yeah, I'm not going to go
Buttholes.
licking windowsills or anything. I'm not going to go on public transportation and lick the seats or anything.
I'm immune to COVID.
It doesn't mean that I'm immune to everything.
You pick up fucking something even worse.
Oh, yeah. But I'm immune to COVID. How did I get the HIV? I don't understand.
I feel like Sheldon would use that as a way to like have unprotected sex.
Oh, totally. Totally. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised that he doesn't have, like, syphilis or...
Hey, he might have syphilis because doesn't syphilis eventually like drive you insane if it goes untreated?
True, yeah.
He is a fucking maniac.
He is a fucking maniac. Fucking maniac. If you guys listened to the pods, you know he's a fucking maniac.
Yeah, we weren't fucking joking when we talked about him on earlier pods. Like, dude's legit.
Yeah, we didn't sugarcoat the shit. He's fucking crazy.
Oh, Lord.
Sheldon. So, I have some creepy news to share with you.
Oh, yeah.
There's been some creepy happenings at the Hughes house this past week.
Ghost shit?
Maybe.
No.
I came home from the pod last week pretty late because we were at Sheldon's. We did 2 pods. We stayed pretty late. So I think I got home at like 1 a.m. or something. So Preston tells me the next morning that he was sleeping, Viv was awake, and Loki was in the bed. They were all in the bed, right? Viv was watching cartoons, and he hears a loud noise that sounded like the front door shut. And it woke him up out of a dead sleep. Loki started barking and growling, and Viv was even like, what was that? Like looking around like it startled her. So Loki gets up, goes down the hall, and he gets up and is like looking around. At first he thought that I was home, but this was like 10 o'clock. And he goes down the hall, he's looking, he looks everywhere. Loki is still growling, and there's nothing. Like there was nobody there. And so he told me about it the next day. So I was like, well, are you sure like something didn't fall somewhere? So he looked in the garage. Nothing was out of place. We looked in every single room. We looked downstairs. Nothing was out of place, like it had fallen or anything like that.
Fuck that.
So something weird. I mean, it definitely had to have been loud for him to have woken up.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, maybe, you thought that you heard something and you were sleeping and you woke up, you thought you heard it. But Loki was growling and Viv was startled.
Yeah.
So they both saw it too, or heard it or whatever. So that was kind of creepy.
I feel like you're excited. You're like, yes, I got ghosts now.
No, I'm not excited.
I'm over here getting goosebumps.
Now, I do get freaked out by like ghost stuff. And I haven't felt anything like spooky or uneasy. So if it is something, I'm thinking it's non-malevolent. That happened Friday. And then I think it was Monday. This one kind of freaked me out a little bit, but it didn't freak me out at the time. It freaked me out when I woke up and remembered that it happened. So I was dead asleep, and Viv, she sleeps in our bed, and she was sleeping behind me. And I woke up out of my dead sleep because I heard her giggling. So I wake up, and I'm like barely awake, still kind of half asleep. And I was like, what is that? And I hear her giggling, and then she's like babbling, right? And I was like, what? Like still like super confused, like middle of the night. I look at the clock. It was your favorite time.
Is it really?
3 a.m. Which they call the witching hour. I heard her, but I was still really tired, so I closed my eyes to fall back asleep, and I was like halfway back asleep. Now, I sleep facing the edge of the bed. This one is where it gets really creepy. So, she had just was giggling and babbling and whatever, right? I'm half asleep, and my eyes are closed, but I feel my covers in front of me, like, being rustled, and it felt like somebody sat down or pushed down on the bed, like right in front of me. So I thought Viv had gotten up, because sometimes she'll get off the bed and she'll come around to my side so I could get her back up there. And so I immediately opened my eyes to like grab her, and I was like patting around like there was nothing there, and I look and she's behind me sleeping.
The fuck? No. Why?
And I guess I didn't get freaked out at the time, and I was so tired I just went back to sleep. But then in the morning when I woke up and was like fully awake, I remembered it happening, and I was like, "Ooh, that was kind of creepy."
Yeah, god damn it.
I definitely think it's time to smudge the house again.
Doesn't the dog sleep in your room?
Yeah.
It wasn't like fucking doing anything weird at that time?
He didn't wake up. He wasn't growling or awake or anything, so I don't know, but...
I've told you before, like, that 3 a.m. shit. It hasn't happened in a while, but, like, there's been times where it didn't register till the next day, like you were saying, like, what the fuck was going on there? Like, and then you start piecing it back together a little bit, and, like, something didn't feel right.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Yeah, it was definitely creepy the next morning when I thought about it, and I was like, ooh, like, I had to shake that off.
Yeah, I'm just, like, picturing, like, a kid giggling. Like, oh, God, that's just...
I know, it is really creepy, like, kids laughing, like,
Yeah.
out of nowhere. Yeah, that is kind of creepy. And the fact that she was babbling, so she's a little speech delayed, so she doesn't really talk yet. But if she was like actually having a full conversation with words, then I would have been like really freaked out. Like, who are you talking
Grab
to?
the crucifix. Like, oh my god, like my eyes are welling up.
Now, we have lots of deceased relatives. So it could have been my mom, it could have been my dad, it could have been his mom, it could have been, there's so many.
Yeah.
So, and I was telling that story to one of my family, and they were like, well, do you have stuff of your mom and dad's? And I'm like, well, of course I do. My whole dad is there. Like, I have his urn
Oh, really?
downstairs. So I'm thinking that it has to be something like that, because I'm not picking up anything that's like bad or negative. So
Yeah, I would think if it was, the dog would be going nuts.
now he does growl a lot for no reason, which is kind of creepy, but
Oh god. My mind's already wandering.
so the next day after that happened, I was downstairs working. It's the middle of the day. Loki's sleeping on the couch. It's just me in the house, and I'm working. And upstairs, it sounded like someone was walking around. But I was like, maybe it's the wind. Because, you know, sometimes the wind will, like, if it's really windy, it'll, like, shake the house. It'll sound a little weird. So I was like, it's probably the wind, right? It's the wind, for sure. It's probably really windy outside, right?
Wow. Gotta be something, yeah. Fuck all that.
Yeah, so I thought I'd start that off to creep you out.
I got the fucking hairs on my neck standing up.
I mean, Preston was kind of freaked out, so he was freaked out about that stuff that happened when we were potting late.
Yeah, that would fucking freak me out. Like, shit, even if somebody was like trying to break in or something.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Fuck.
Humans are worse, I think, probably, than the spirits, honestly.
Yeah, it gets you a fucking Night Stalker, you know.
Oh, God, now I got the shivs.
Have you fucking watched that documentary of that dude?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, he was a fucking greasy bastard. Ugh, yeah.
So now that we're all completely spooked out,
Gave me a fucking jolt of energy to wash out some of that crust from last night.
like I said, the next morning, it was a little bit spooky, but by then it was like daytime. So, of course, when it's daytime, it's not as scary. But if the roles were reversed and it were me in the house by myself at night and Preston was gone and all that shit happened, I would have freaked the fuck out. I would have been so scared.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I don't think I would have been going back to bed, but he probably had to work in the morning.
Oh, yeah. And he could fall asleep like nothing.
Really?
So.
I can't. I toss and turn for hours.
Not him, man. He will be snoring in a second.
Yeah, God, I wish I could do that. I'd just be laying there and then, like, I'd run every scenario through my fucking head.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. First it's a ghost, then it's the Night Stalker, and then somebody's coming in. Somebody's probably just staring at me outside the window.
Or is it Sheldon?
Could be Sheldon jerking off outside. Peeping in the window. He'll be like, hey, guys, I got some moonshine. Want some of this? Get out of here, you creepy fucking bastard.
Here's a question for you. Like, how, if the house didn't start with a ghost, how could one get there if it's not a relative?
I mean, anything can come and go, I think. And also, if you were to bring something into the house, say you were to bring an object in the house that could be haunted. Mm-hmm. I hope I don't have anything that's haunted like that.
Speaking of that, so you know my dad's a fucking junk collector.
Yeah, you could have some weird shit.
Maybe that's what links up to the shit he brings in at the time and the 3 a.m. start kicking off.
Maybe. Is the garage right above your bedroom?
No, it's that way, so yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, there's shit in here. He's got all kinds of fucking jewelry sitting in the other fucking room.
Yeah. I mean, that kind of stuff could.
And he ends up getting this shit from like estate sales where people die.
Right.
And they just like, come get it, fucking get it out.
Mm-hmm. There could be something that like someone was attached to.
He did have a fucking real human skeleton here once.
What the fuck? Why?
I guess they used to use real skeletons back in, like, you know, 50s and 60s to teach in, like, the classrooms. Mm-hmm. I fucking found it at the flea market.
What the fuck is he gonna do with it?
He sold the fucking thing.
Why? So he goes to, like, flea markets and shit, and he buys this stuff to sell?
Yeah, oh yeah. He doesn't keep it. He just flips it.
Weird.
Yeah, so he's got all kinds of fucking shit that comes through.
He bought a human skeleton.
I used to have a picture of it. We had a futon sitting out there, and that fucking thing was just sitting there. He just had it propped up sitting there. So, like, the first few times I'd stumble down at night, and I hadn't got used to it yet, and I'm just looking over like, what the fuck? You know, it would keep catching me off guard.
Even if I was used to it, I'd be terrified. You know, a human used to be attached to that, right?
Yeah.
Like, that was inside of a human body at one point.
I didn't put much thought to it, really, at the time, but thinking about it now, that is fucking weird.
I mean, what if that skeleton was from, like, a serial killer?
That'd be kind of cool.
Or really bad. You think that would be cool?
As long as the ghost ain't hanging around.
You think a serial killer skeleton is not going to have any negative energy hanging around it?
Good point.
I mean, that's all bad juju right there.
Yeah, speaking of, like, serial killers, like, all the big names were, like, from the 70s and 80s and shit. Do you think there could ever be another serial killer with, like, the technology we have nowadays?
I don't know, because I watch a ton of, like, true crime stuff, and all that kind of stuff that happened in, like, the 70s and even, like, the early 80s and stuff, they had no DNA testing.
Yeah.
They didn't have, like, the fingerprinting and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why they couldn't catch them, but now they have DNA testing,
Yeah.
and, like, everybody's stuff is everywhere now.
Yeah, so nobody could really make a run like Ted Bundy or fucking Night Stalker.
I don't know. Wasn't BTK not that long ago that he got caught?
I don't know too much about him. What's the story with that one?
He's from Kansas.
Is he?
He is fucking creepy, dude, because this dude was a straight up serial killer going out and killing motherfuckers, and he had a wife and kids. He had a whole fucking family and a life. You would never expect this dude to be out murdering people at night.
Yeah.
The BTK is for bind, torture, kill.
Ugh. How many did he end up killing?
I'm not sure.
I couldn't see anybody going like those long stretches. Like, how long was Bundy on the fucking loose? 10 years, you know? Like, I feel like if they were going to do it, it would have to be like within a month.
But he was another one that they didn't necessarily think that it was him because he was like a charming, outgoing guy, and all the girls thought that he was some hot dude, so it wasn't like a super creepy bastard hanging out in the woods.
Yeah. I think like the only real creepy... Well, there was Ed Gein. He was a creepy bastard. John Wayne Gacy was a creepy bastard.
Ew, wasn't it the clown?
Yeah.
Ugh, God.
That fucking Night Stalker dude looked decent. Like, I don't know what his personality was like.
Well, fucking crazy.
Well,
so.
obviously, yeah. Oh, fucking Charlie Manson, but I guess he wasn't really a serial killer.
So I could totally see Sheldon being Charlie Manson. Absolutely.
Get his fucking girls with daddy issues to come to his cult.
Yes. Don't you see Sheldon getting together a cult and being like, because Charlie Manson wanted to be a rock star. That's what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
And he did all the drugs and stuff, and he had all the women come to him and do the drugs and give them the drugs and have the sex. And then I don't even know how he got them to be like, hey, kill this person.
I think it was... He was spouting off, like, he had this theory there was going to be this huge race war. Which is kind of fucking panning out a little. Well, it's not really a war, but all the race shit that's going on now. But anyway, he, like, wanted to get it started. So he kind of, like, went and murdered these rich white people. Well, I think the first murder started because he wanted this dude to pay him drug money. Or he wanted drugs.
So that's not necessarily like a serial killer. That's just a drug deal gone wrong or something?
And then, like, he tried to fucking blame it on the black people. So I think he had the dude writing blood pig or some shit, like the fuck the police. And
That's
then,
exactly Sheldon.
Yeah.
That's exactly Sheldon.
and so then, like, his buddy got arrested and they were trying to get him out of jail. So they went and murdered some more people for they think the murderer was still out on the loose. They never fucking actually nailed him to it till one of the chicks started talking in jail. But yeah, it wasn't like a serial killer. It was just a crazy cult.
He never killed anybody.
No.
He just got people to kill for him.
Yeah.
So how could they call him a serial killer?
He's not considered a serial killer. It's just when you start throwing them names out, he just instantly pops in there. Just because, like, how fucking crazy the bastard
He's just
looked.
a crazy dude.
He had, like, them dead eyes and that swastika fucking carved in his forehead.
That's one thing. If you ever look at all the serial killers, just fucking dead eyes. Black.
Yeah.
Like, black eyes. That Night Stalker, he had pure black eyes.
Yeah, I just pictured that dude like popping in my room at fucking night.
Oh, God. There was one that really terrified me. It was the Golden State Killer, which they just actually caught that dude. But he would sneak into people's houses while they were gone, and he would set up things that he needed for the murder and stuff, and he would like unlock a window or find a way that he could get back in later, and then he would come in while they were sleeping. That shit fucking terrifies me. That is so scary.
That's what freaked me out about like the Night Stalker. Like he didn't really have a rhyme or rhythm to it.
Yeah, that dude just killed anybody.
Yeah, got bored and went and killed. Like,
yeah, he killed women, he killed men, he killed kids, he killed old people, he killed young people. It didn't matter.
Yeah, and he like would come at night and crawl through your fucking window.
Oh God, ugh. I gotta shake that off.
Yeah, really.
Yuck.
So we got ghosts and serial killers.
It's starting out to be a great Friday.
Fuck yeah.
So I have noticed though, with a lot of like the serial killers and stuff, they have a lot of childhood trauma. They were so fucked up as a kid that that's why they became serial killers. So do you think that it's nature or nurture that makes a serial killer?
Man, I feel like there's something there that is there, but it was nurtured to get there, because like there's lots of motherfucking kids that have been mistreated.
Yeah,
and they're not all fucking, maniacs.
I did see something one time that they were saying, I guess they were like studying the brains of serial killers. Mm-hmm. There is something in the brain that people are born with, but that has to be, not necessarily doesn't have to be, I guess, but most likely it is combined with childhood trauma or whatever.
Yeah, so I think it's something there, but it definitely some nurturing to get to that fucking point.
Yeah, it definitely... Dude, don't fuck your kids up. Don't fuck up your kids.
For real.
They will kill you.
Yeah. And it sounds like a lot of them would start with like just killing animals and shit.
Yeah, there's a couple signs. So like mistreating animals and then killing animals, fire starters, and bedwetters.
Really?
A lot, yeah.
Wow.
So you gotta watch out for those signs.
Yeah. Good old sociopaths too. I don't know, it'd be kind of cool to like meet one and just look in their eyes in person.
Ew.
Just get that fucking...
Ew.
I don't know, man. It would just be wild.
Why?
I think they say there's like a stat. You'll walk by so many murderers in an average person's lifetime or some shit.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
that
I can't
is so
remember,
crazy.
But it was something like, I don't know, every average person will walk by like 2 to 7 murderers throughout their life.
How much would it fuck you up if somebody that was in your life you found out was a murderer? And I'm talking like they didn't like kill somebody like in a car accident or like shoot a person out of like revenge or something like that. It was like just a murderer for no reason.
Cold ass murder.
Cold-hearted killer.
Yeah, it'd be fucking freaky.
Like, what if you found out like someone that you were related to was a murderer? Like, I can't imagine how the BTK killer's wife or kids would feel.
Yeah,
like,
really.
That's really gotta fuck you up. You have lived your life with this person. You sleep next to this person every night.
And you never knew all this shit was going on.
And they were a killer. They could have murdered you.
Yeah. That's another thing that's kind of fucked up. Like, they never end up killing, like, the spouse. I wonder why that is.
I don't know. Talk about compartmentalizing, right?
Yeah.
That would fuck me up. Like, I would need lots of therapy after that. I mean, talk about trust issues. You could never trust a person after that. No one.
That would be difficult to deal with at first.
And especially, like, a kid. I think his kid was not grown, but old enough to know. And, like, she's gone on, like, Dateline and all that and talked about it. She's probably in her 20s or 30s now. But how would you feel if, like, this dude that was your daddy and he was good to you and, you know, you looked up to him and trusted him and he's fucking murdering people? You want to talk about some fucking daddy issues. My God.
Couldn't imagine it. It's hard enough dealing with my dad getting naked on a roof, let alone like you're a murderer.
Like, what would you do if you found out that there was like dead bodies under your house?
Yeah, that would fuck me up. Like, it'd be one thing to know they did it, but to see the bodies or, like, yeah.
God.
You've been sleeping over top of it the whole time.
Oh my god. Ooh, ooh.
I want to say that's how they fucking got Gacy, was like the smell of decomposing fucking bodies under his fucking crawl space.
Gross. So what do? You keep them for trophies?
Yeah, I think that's what they say.
So that's what they do, I guess, right? Serial killers, they look at it as like an accomplishment, and they keep the trophies of it.
Yeah, it's like Ed Gein would fucking... That's who they got Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre off of. He would like carve their skins and make lamps out of them and shit.
Ew. Oh my god. That's some serious fucked up shit. Yeah. Although I guess all serial killers are really fucked up.
You know, so fucked up, like, this kind of question that spurred it is like, I kind of want a fucking serial killer.
What?
I want to follow one in the news, like a new age one.
You want a new one to happen?
Yeah.
Oh my god, get out of here. Okay, so if you wanted to follow one in the news, would it be like someone that's in California killing people, or would you want someone that's like here in Eastgate killing
that'd
people?
Be wild. I mean, I would definitely go get a gun. Yeah, I mean, let's amp up the fucking intensity. Claremont County, for sure.
Oh my god, no! That is terrifying.
And I want a Night Stalker style one.
Stop putting that out in the universe. No. No.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really want it.
What would you do if you were ever, like, assaulted by a serial killer?
And survived.
What would you do at that moment that you're like, oh shit, this dude's gonna kill me?
I would just try to, like, get out of it and then try to fuck him. Like, try to assert my alphaness. You think you're tough, motherfucker, huh?
I mean, you say that now, but I don't think you really know until you got, like, a knife at your throat or a gun at your head.
Nah, yeah, that would fuck me up for sure. Like, I always wondered when I watched these documentaries what these fucking survivors that escaped, that fucking trauma, like, I was fucking seconds from being another fucking stat.
Yeah.
You barely got away. Like, that's gotta fuck you up.
Fuck yeah. That's serious trust issues there, too.
Yeah. Because most of these fucking dudes, like, this person was probably going about their business, and some fucking guy just came up. I think, like, Ted Bundy asked him to help him with something and lure him in. Like, yeah, I would never trust anyone. I wouldn't even want anyone in my fucking zone. Like,
no one. Honestly, it might even get to the point where I'd have to commit suicide because I wouldn't be able to do it.
It would be tough. I couldn't imagine going out in public much.
I would never trust anything ever. How would you ever sleep after that? You would feel so unsafe.
That always running through your head. Like,
always.
That close to that dude.
Oh, God.
And then it's after the fact they catch the guy when you realize what he did and how he killed these fucking people. And it's like, wow, that could have been me. Like, you know.
Yeah.
Well, luckily, serial killers, it seem like they kill women for the most part, so I should be safe.
Thanks. This is why we don't trust men.
Nah, I think Night Stalker didn't discriminate, but he would kill older dudes.
And he killed older ladies,
Yeah,
too. Because once you get to a certain age, you're like, nobody's going to kill me. I'm a grandma. Like, who would kill me?
Oh, well, there was Dahmer. He killed all dudes.
Did he fuck him?
Yeah.
Ew, he did?
You know Jeffrey Dahmer, right?
I mean, I know of him, but I don't know his story.
Yeah, he would, like, he'd kill them, cut them up, put them in the freezer, fuck their dead bodies.
Because I thought he did kill women because I thought he kept their heads in the fridge and he would do, like, their makeup and their hair and shit.
I don't know 100% on that, but I thought it was all dudes because he was, like, gay, so he would, like, lure gay dudes back.
So do you think that it was, like, he was gay, but he hated himself for being gay?
Probably. Something that was nurtured, you know.
Oh, God. See, just accept people. Let people be gay.
Yeah.
Don't fuck them up.
Society fucking breeds serial killers. Come on, Claremont County.
No. Hard no. Oh, Jesus. Ugh. I feel like I need to shake that off. All right, let's talk about something better.
All right, so here, let's throw it out here. Out of our group of friends, who do you think would end up being the serial killer?
Sheldon.
Okay.
For sure. I mean, for sure. He is Charlie Manson. Honestly, if we found out one day that he was just like Charlie Manson and he had people, like, murdering people, I wouldn't be that surprised.
I guess I probably wouldn't either.
There's also another friend that I definitely think would be a serial killer, but like a scary serial killer.
Who's that? I'll bleep it out. Oh, yeah. For sure.
Because he's a sociopath.
Yeah, I could see that happening.
That one, I would not be surprised at all. And I would even be like, I fucking told you, people. I told you guys.
You can kind of see it in the eyes, too.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Who of our friends?
I agree with you on that one.
Now, let's flip it the other way around. Do you think that you could ever murder someone?
Not in cold blood.
If it was for a reason.
Absolutely.
So what would be the reason that you would feel justified in killing someone? Or feel like you had to in that moment, even?
I don't think there's any reason to justify it, but I know my temper can get fucking flared up sometimes that I could do something stupid.
Now, I would think that it would have to be something, like, serious wrong. Like, if somebody, like, kidnapped, raped, or killed my daughter.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I would probably kill them with my bare hands.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't go out with intent to kill somebody unless something like that happened. Mine would more or less be like, I got fucking pissed off and accidentally hit somebody too many times or something, you know, like, or something, you know, like, I would never go looking to kill someone.
So, not actually, like, going with intent to kill.
I don't
it's
think I
an
could.
accident.
Yeah.
Yikes. So even if you accidentally killed somebody, how would you be able to go on with your life? Like, if you got into, like, say you were drunk driving and you caused an accident and you killed that person.
I had a nightmare about that, and I'd never drank and drove since. It terrified me, like, because I killed somebody in my dream.
I don't even know how you would live with yourself after that.
That dream, like, it was one of those ones that sat with me.
Yeah.
Like, it bothered me. So, yeah, there's no fucking way I could deal with it.
So, in that case of, like, your actions cause that. But, like, if you're completely sober and you get into a car accident and you kill somebody, it wasn't necessarily your action that killed them.
Like, I go back, I first said, yeah, I could kill somebody. I'd take that back completely. I couldn't kill anyone.
Yeah, I would probably want to, but I don't know that I could. Like, if something happened to, like, my daughter, unless I saw it happening at the time, there might just be, like, blackout rage, and, like, what you said, like, just beat the fuck out of them until they die.
Yeah, that's the only way I could see myself doing it, and I would regret it as soon as I came through. Have you had blackout rage? I've only had it like 2 times, and it is scary, kind of. I mean, like...
I had one incident when I got really drunk. I don't even want to say I was, like, really, really drunk. I guess it must have been one of those days that I was already in a bad mood and then got drunk. And then I, like, flipped out and went kind of crazy. And that was weird, because I was like, I don't even know what came over me in that one.
Yeah, I mean, I've never really seen you get all fucking pissed off.
I've never been one to get upset like that, and I've never been in a fight in my entire life. I've never been in a fist fight in my entire life, so I don't know that I would ever do something like that. What was your blackout rage?
I worked at Chuck E. Cheese.
Was it a kid? Did you beat up a kid?
So I was dressed up as Chucky, and this kid fucking, like, came up to hug me and totally nut slapped me.
On purpose?
No, he was just giving me a hug. But no, it wasn't really a kid. But that did happen, and that fucking sucked. This fucking dude I worked with, man, like, I cracked a joke with him. I guess he was having a fucking bad day. And he decided to, like, haul off and bitch slap me. And I'm sitting down there with my buddy on lunch, or at break time, and I'm just sitting there. And I took it like a bitch at first, and my buddy's like, you really gonna let that fucking dude do that to you?
So you were festering it a little bit, and then you got this one over here.
That's all he said. It wasn't even like building up. He said that, and it just fucking clicked. And I got up. He had walked outside, and he was sitting on the bench. I got out that door, he stood up, and I just started beating the fuck out of him.
Oh my god!
Like, there's this little fucking stairs there. I took him through it, him off the fucking stairs, got on him, took his head, was pounding against the fucking concrete.
Oh my god!
Yeah, 2 dudes had to run out of the furniture fair and rip me off of them.
Holy shit.
This kid's fucking face was so swollen. Like, I could have caught a charge if he fucking, wanted to.
Yeah.
He fucking, dude, it was bad.
So what did you do when you, eventually,
I felt
snapped
awful.
out of it?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? If those dudes didn't fucking get me off of him, I might have ruined my fucking life.
Yeah. You could have killed him.
It freaked me out when I came through, so.
So you just completely blacked out.
Yeah, and it didn't happen right away either. Like, it was a few seconds of, I don't know, it was almost like a calmness came over me. I don't know.
Oh, creepy.
Yeah.
Maybe you are a serial killer.
Nah, I feel people's emotions too much. Like, there's no way I
True.
could fucking kill someone. I felt awful about it.
What did you do? Did you apologize to him?
Yeah.
Did he have to go to the hospital?
Yeah, dude, like, he couldn't even open his eyes.
Oh my god.
I fucking destroyed him.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't feel bad about it because I was kind of buddies with him. I've talked to him since.
Really?
Yeah, I ended up banging his sister years later.
Oh my god.
I wasn't happy about it because he was a cool kid. It just goes back to what I was saying. Like, I could see myself killing somebody if I snapped like that.
So what was the joke that you said? And did he get offended by your joke, or he was just pissed off?
Looking back at it as an adult, he was probably in a bad mood, and I said something at the wrong time. So,
And he smacked you?
he bitch smacked me.
Just like, psh,
It wasn't a little tap. He bitch smacked me.
like hard.
Yeah, enough to where he fucking got his face bashed in.
Right.
It
Wow.
wasn't a love tap.
Wow.
I would have kept fucking bashing his fucking head into the concrete. So his brains probably would have been all over the fucking street.
So did you get fired from that job?
Yeah, after that.
Well, I guess so.
Wouldn't it have been awesome if I was in the fucking Rats outfit doing it?
No, that's how you create a serial killer. The little kid is just having his birthday party at the Chuck E. Cheese.
He's out there beating some human down. Nah, I really did feel awful about that afterwards.
So when you eventually talked to that guy, where you're like, dude, sorry.
Well, he wanted to fight me again for a while. I'm like, dude, I don't want to fight you again. That was a bad fucking move on my part. Well, actually, fuck him. It was a bad move on his part. But I'm like, I don't want to fight you again. He's wanting to make some event, meet after school.
Meet at the flagpole.
Yeah. I'm like, you couldn't come to school for 2 weeks because you couldn't see, but you want to fight again?
So this is when you were still in school.
Yeah, I was probably like a sophomore.
So you saw him, did you see him in the hallway and he shoulder checked you or anything?
Nah, he stayed the fuck away from me, but a mutual friend came up to me saying how he wanted to fight me.
By the way, the set of balls on that dude to be like,
Yeah.
let's fight again?
But see, just to show you, how bad I felt about it, I didn't want no part of it. It made me nervous even thinking about kicking his fucking ass again.
Yeah. So did that make you, look inside yourself and be like, why did I do that? The fact that I could do that.
I mean, it scares me because, I've flipped out on another person, too.
What was that one?
That was this fucking douchebag we used to hang out with called Meth. Do you
Oh,
remember
yeah.
that fucking dude?
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. He decided to get fucking froggy with me one night. Everyone's making fun of him. Nobody wants him around. I'm being the buddy and invite this fucking dipshit to these parties. Nobody else gives a fuck. People thought he was annoying as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
So people were ripping on him all night, and I guess he decided, once again, my comment was going to be the one where he stood up for himself. It's I'm your only friend here.
Yeah.
So that just pissed me off, and it happened again. I'm just I sat there for a moment. I remember I walked over to Bing Bong. I'm like, dude, can I kick your cousin's fucking ass?
Oh, that was his cousin?
Yeah. And then he's like, ooh, puked on himself. And I just went over there and started beating the hell out of him.
Dude, he was a pretty small dude.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of dudes are small compared to me.
So you just beat the fuck out of him?
He decided he wanted to fucking step.
Was that the last time he came around?
I've seen him since. I feel bad after it happens.
Just don't start and I won't be none, I guess, right?
I don't know. Now I feel like a bad person.
Don't feel like a bad person. At least you had the regretfulness.
Yeah.
So you do have emotions.
Fuck those dudes.
I'm looking in your eyes are they black? Are your eyes black? Do you have dead eyes?
This is another thing, too. I'm a bigger dude. And it's surprising how many motherfuckers want to start shit with me.
Because if they can beat up the biggest dude, then they're the...
I think that's what it is, man. It's surprising as fuck, dude. I've had so many little shits come fucking try to start shit with me. Motherfuckers I don't even know. At the bars and shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I guess it's the Napoleon syndrome. I don't know. I have no fucking clue.
Okay, I'm gonna act stupid for a second. What's the Napoleon syndrome?
It's like the short man syndrome. These little fucking shits. Then they gotta feel like they gotta prove themselves. So yeah.
Because if they could take down the big guy, then they're big shit, right?
I guess so. I don't know. Because for the most part, I'm a fucking teddy bear. Maybe they sense it and like, well, let's go fuck with this dude. I don't know. Because usually I'm out fucking drunk acting like a goonball with my friends.
So what do you do when that happens and you're at the bar? It's some dude you don't know and you didn't have any beef with him. You didn't start anything with him.
I'm pretty good about avoiding them for the most part. But then there's just sometimes it just fucking like, boom, like something clicks.
And you just knock him out.
I mean, I guess for me it just builds up. And then that person that fucking does something, it just clicks then. I don't know.
So you take all of your bullshit and you hold on to it. So someone cuts you off in traffic and you hold on to it, and someone is rude to you at the grocery store and you hold on to that, and you just keep holding on to it, and it's just all in here, and someone bitch smacks you and you just fucking release.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess. Fuck people.
So I have a video for you to watch. Not now, but, on your own time to help you with that.
Anger management?
No, it's not anger management. It's to release your bad energies. Because when you keep holding on to all your bad energies like that, shit like that happens.
I don't have the issue as much in my older age. Like, I know how to let shit go better than I did back when I was in my 20s and fucking, teens and shit.
Good.
Yeah, I don't let shit bother me like I used to.
Now that you have your crystals.
Yeah, to rub on them today a little bit.
Did it help you when you were all amped up today?
Yeah, it calmed me down. I eventually started fucking thinking clear-headed.
Because you're taking the time to consciously think about these crystals and what they're supposed to be doing, and that's going to calm you down.
Exactly. I mean, the older you get, the more you realize, take a step back, assess your situation, and then you'll realize it's not even worth fucking getting that fucking fired up about.
Not at all. Nope. Not at all.
So, yeah. I don't plan on getting any more fucking fist fights. But, hey, you never know. Somebody might fucking put you there one day. But let's hope not.
Someone might be listening to this pod and be like, fuck it, I could take Brad.
Come on, big boy.
No.
I got a nice looking dick I can show you.
So do you think that if a serial killer came at you, you'd just automatically whip your dick out and try to, shock him?
I think now, yeah, I would just, fucking rape a dude that tried to fight me.
Just to try to shock him out of...
Just start fucking him in his ass.
I'd be, so confused. Wait a minute, what?
I'll teach you to fucking try to start shit with me again, motherfucker. I got him fucking penetrated.
I mean, in that moment, though, how do you get a boner?
Rage boner.
Rage boner. That's what this pod should be called. Rage boner.
Rage boner. Yeah, I'll have to work one of those up.
A rage boner. Just automatically. Bing!
I'll get the dude in a headlock and I'll take his arm and then I'll have him start masturbating me.
He's stabbing you and you're just fucking him.
Talk about trauma.
Yeah.
I picked a fight with a dude and then I got fucking raped. He had me masturbate him. Maybe
that'll make you think about trying to fight people.
Yeah, don't go starting fucking random fights with motherfuckers.
Man, last time I got in a fight with someone, I got raped.
Nah, but yeah, honestly, man, nowadays all the motherfuckers do all that MMA shit. It's just I'm surprised assholes go out picking fights. But of course, those are probably the MMA fucking cocksuckers that do that.
I would think nowadays people would be more cautious to start a fight because you never know who has a gun.
That too, yeah. It's not like squaring up like it used to be.
Yeah. Yeah, dudes don't fist fight anymore. Dudes shoot each other now.
Yeah. It used to be, let's go fucking get our fucking grievances out, fight each other, and then if it wasn't that bad to begin with, let's go get a beer afterwards.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, now it's shoot. I got my gun.
Yep.
Got my knife. You know, fucking...
Yep, and now you're spending the rest of your life in jail, and you're like, damn, I just killed my buddy.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's why I never understood the term friendly fire. How is that a thing?
I think that's more for combat. you're in a jungle, and there might be a dude over here, I'm back here, and you got a Viet Cong over there, and you hear him move, and you actually shoot him in the back or something,
Now, I think that's probably where the term came from, but I think that actually still is a thing. Like, I've heard people talk about friendly fire before.
What, like in the ghetto?
Yeah.
I guess, like, maybe you did a drive-by at the wrong house, or...
I don't know.
I don't see how in, like, suburban settings there could be friendly fire.
Well, I'm not talking about suburbia.
Well, I mean, the ghetto is pretty much suburban.
I'm talking, like, gangs and stuff.
Yeah. I don't see how any of that could be friendly fire. What did they call that when they shoot a kid on accident or something?
No, like if they shoot one of their buddies.
I just think that's Darwinism.
There you go. No, Darwinism is the dude going into the club with a gun in his pants and he shoots himself in the dick.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't realize that they called that friendly fire. Wow.
And it's like, they didn't mean to. I don't think that they meant to shoot their buddy, but they call it friendly fire. How is it a thing? How is fire ever friendly?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of why, like, I want a gun and I don't. Just because, like, man, accidents do happen. But, also, if you're a responsible gun owner and you do the training, you shouldn't have issues like that. But it's probably just some asshole kids that don't know how to fucking unload a jam. They end up fucking blowing their buddies' heads off.
God.
They got some fucking gun from, like, off the street, never had any training or anything.
So... I am super into near-death experiences, which I know it sounds weird, it sounds crazy, but I was watching this one the other day where this guy was shot at, and then he was, like, trying to get away, and he was, like, he had been shot 5 times. He had, like, 10 bullet holes, so I guess the bullets went through him each time, and he's, like, barely alive, crawling to try to get help, and he sees this kid. He didn't even know where this came from. And it's nighttime. He sees this kid that he said could have been like his nephew or something. He was a real young kid. He sees him hiding over there. He points the gun at him again. And the dude, he's barely alive. And he looks at him, at the kid, and he's like, "You are not going to do this. You're not going to shoot me again." And he was like, "Why would you ever even do this? You don't even know me. Like, why would you do this?" And so the kid, I guess, got scared and he took off running. But after the fact, the police were saying that, like, in that area there was a lot of, like, gang activity, and then I guess to get into this gang you had to kill somebody.
That's fucked.
So it made me think, why the fuck would anybody ever get into a gang?
Yeah, really.
Because to get into the gang you have to kill somebody, and then after that you have to get jumped in. So you basically, the dudes in the gang beat the fuck out of you until you're barely alive, and if you survive that, then you're in the gang.
Yeah, it makes no sense. I mean, you want to keep your recruits out of jail, right? Like, why catch a murder case getting into the fucking thing?
I guess I don't understand gangs at all, but I mean, what even is a gang? Like, why do you want to get into that? What is it?
That feeling of belonging to something.
Camaraderie?
That, yeah.
Yeah, that's what Preston was saying too, like a brotherhood, I guess, but why?
That's like how the motorcycle gang started. They'd come back from World War II, and they missed that camaraderie, the brotherhood, so they'd start these gangs and just excuse to hang out with each other, but then it turned into more, I guess, so they just lived that lifestyle.
So it was like the drunken army with a bunch of guns and violence.
Yeah. So it's like dudes that loved having fun, and then when you have too much fun, you don't have time to work, so you gotta make money to still have that fun. So I guess that's probably when the drugs and the guns came in. And then it evolved into whatever the fuck's going on in Chicago and LA and all that shit.
Yeah. God, I don't want any part of that. None of it.
Nah. Most from like poor areas, so these kids see these fucking drug dealers. They're the only motherfuckers that have money in that area.
Yeah.
So they're probably like rock stars to these fucking kids.
And they probably come from a terrible family, and they probably need somebody around them.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't understand any of it. Yeah. Gangs, serial killers, don't understand them. Can't get behind it.
I think it'd be fun to be in a motorcycle gang, though.
Like an actual, like, hardcore.
I mean, I wouldn't want to have to kill people, but it would be fun to, like, just get drunk and do a lot of drugs. I read this book Hunter Thompson wrote. You familiar with him? It's called Hell's Angels, man. And dude, he hung out with them for like a year, and it's just like reading it, it's like, god damn, that sounds so much fun. They literally live like fucking animals.
Like rock stars, yeah.
Man. And you know, I'm intrigued to that type of fucking lifestyle, and it just sounds... I would want to do it, but I wouldn't want to do it for my whole life. But that's the thing, when you get into those, it's your life. And yeah, so...
Yep. Wow. It'd be like, so have you watched Sons of Anarchy? Mm-hmm. So, like, you want, like, the partying fun part, but you don't want the part where they're shipping the guns and shooting the other rival.
Yeah, I just want to go party like an animal, but then not have to worry about going to prison.
So, the Drunken Army worked out for you.
It was a nice 6-7 years. But yeah, speaking of the Drunken Army... We are having a reunion.
Yeah.
May 15th at Ethel's Tavern. All you drunkles or old Drunken Army members that are listening, you better show up to this shit. We had one about 3 or 4 years ago, and it was a great fucking time. Be cool to see all you folks. So remember, May 15th, Ethel's Tavern. I'm going to remind you on every fucking pod till May 15th.
And if you're a drunkle listener that was not in the Drunken Army, but you think it sounds fun and you want to check it out and see who we are.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Come on.
Yeah, come on down. Drunkles, Drunken Army, all you motherfuckers. Whoever's listening, let's do this. Let's party. May 15th, Ethel's Tavern.
And if there is an organic drunkle listener that we don't know in some shape or fashion, if you come and you tell us that you listen to Drunkle, I'll buy you a beer.
Yeah, I'll buy you one as well. So that's 2 beers on Drunkle.
And a shot.
And a shot, yeah. Come hang out with us. It'd be cool as fuck.
And if you don't know where Ethel's Tavern is, it's in Newtown, Ohio.
Yeah. When it gets closer, it's cool with you. I'll start posting it in the group. So
for sure. Yep.
Yeah, just make sure to jump in that Facebook group page, and I'll give you guys directions.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah, everyone's invited, so invite your friends too. Let's fucking make a bash out of it. I can't wait.
What do you think was the best Ethel's Tavern party?
There's some good ones. I don't know, man. Maybe one of the drunkies. Your birthday party was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun. I went to one of the drunkies. We had my birthday party there. It was like a hog roast or something there.
Yeah, we did like the DA rally, and it lined up with his hog roast. That was a lot of fun, too.
That was fun.
We used to be in a band, and we would play down there, so I've got a lot of good memories of that place. Fucking, I loved it.
And it is the tiniest little shithole, hole-in-the-wall bar.
Yeah. Well, the guy sold it to him, and he moved to Florida. I think he recently passed away. That guy fucking ruled, the old owner, John. But his bedroom was connected to the bar, but they tore that down to expand the bar a little bit.
So he lived at the bar?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
wow.
Why it was just, he had his house to the side, but yeah. So the bar's a little bit bigger, but we pushed it out. Like, the last time we did it, it was in March, and it was a little too cold, so we're like, let's do it in the summer. So hopefully it won't be raining, and the back patio will be open, so there'll be plenty of room.
Yeah, they had the back patio, and they had the world's tiniest biker bar or something. That was cool. Yeah, that'll be fun.
Hopefully it's a good turnout. I'm going to pump it into everyone's fucking brain until May 15th.
May 15th. Yep. May 15th.
Yeah, I'm going to post it once a week until April, and then I'm going to double it up.
Can we get a huge banner that says Geriatric Army?
God, we need to.
Should we have Tums and Metamucil on the bar?
Yeah. Hey, and if you guys don't drink, that's fine too. Just come out and hang, man. It's just, I just want to see everyone in the same place at the same time.
For sure.
Don't feel like you gotta be getting drunk to come hang.
But, you know, if you want to get super drunk and pull down your pants and run around in your underwear.
That's what I'll be doing. I'm gonna listen to nothing but Municipal Waste for the whole month of May to get primed and ready.
What is Municipal Waste?
It's this fucking heavy metal thrash band that just all they sing about is partying.
Personally, I was going to listen to nothing but 80s hair metal.
That too. That works.
Because that's my party music right there.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so let's get out of this garbage. We're going to shake it off.
All that bad mojo.
All that bad mojo. I got some alien news.
Oh, yeah. What's this segment called? I keep forgetting.
Alien Countdown.
Yeah, the Alien Countdown.
Which I think we're almost there because this article is talking about newly declassified documents.
Really?
It's stating that Maine is a UFO hotspot. This is from Portland, Maine. It says, in August 2014, a man walking his dog looked up at the night sky over the city. That's when he saw the mystery. A group of white lights, brighter than the stars, traveling faster than satellites, were skimming the tree-lined horizon just behind his apartment building. He watched as the orbs abruptly changed formation, pivoted 90 degrees, and streaked away. They were gone in 5 seconds, but his dog continued staring into the sky, where the lights vanished for another half-minute. I have never seen anything like this, and until now have been skeptical of UFO sightings. With official reports stretching back to at least 1946, Maine UFO sightings are nothing new. They're not even rare. In the past 40 years, the federal government recorded nearly 1,000 such reports. The latest was last month, and recent data showed sightings on a steady rise since 2018, with notable spike during the initial pandemic lockdown. Numbers are expected to climb still higher in 2021, the year of the alien.
Fuck yeah.
One analyst ranks Maine 4th in the nation in UFO visitations. Whether you believe it or not, the numbers don't lie. Maine is a UFO reported hotspot and is getting hotter. So they have this little data chart right here, and it says Maine UFO reports by year. So as you see over here, there's just these little bitty ones, little bitty ones, little bitty ones, and then it starts to go. See this big, huge one?
Wow.
So that was probably 105 reportings in the year 2012.
That was the end of the year, or end of the world year, wasn't it?
Yeah. So remember me telling you with the Great Conjunction that they said that in the year 2012, when everything was predicted, this stuff was actually going to start coming to fruition, but they decided that we weren't ready for it yet. So 105 sightings just in Maine in the year 2012.
Bring them on.
Last year, in 2020, it looks like there was over 70 reported sightings.
Oh, really?
So that's a lot.
Oh, dude, that'd be dope.
What would you do if you saw a UFO?
I'd try to take a picture.
Do you think if you tried to take a picture, like, your phone would explode?
Probably. I'll still be stuck with the payment.
So, when you think of seeing a UFO, what do you imagine that you would see in the night sky?
Right off the bat, I just picture, like, when the planes are flying over with a blinky little light.
So do you think that you would think that it was just a plane?
You probably, yeah.
So what if, it's the summertime, you're sitting outside by your bonfire, you're drinking some beers, listening to some music.
Sounds amazing.
And you're just sitting out there. Okay, so say it's me and you sitting out there, right? We're just having a conversation, and it's a clear night, and all of a sudden we see, like, from what I have read, it's been little orbs of light. So we see 3 little orbs of light, and it's just, like, darting across the sky. What do you think we would think? Do you think we'd be like, hey, it's a UFO? And then we'd laugh and be like, what is it really, I wonder?
I mean, if it did something like that, like, you can tell what a plane is. It's just slow moving. Blink, blink, blink. Yeah, if there was just, like, this solid white light and it would just, jettison back and forth in quick movements, I would for sure be like, yeah, something's fucking off there.
So what if we're, like, just following it and it's, like, way high up so it looks real little, but then it, like, starts coming down and, like, darting, but coming down as it's darting, and it's getting bigger and bigger, and then we see it off in the distance and we see a big, like, explosion. Would you be like, let's go check it out?
Probably.
Like, what the fuck is that?
Crank the music up louder, yell hail Satan, and keep drinking.
What if that happened and we're like, holy shit, that was fucking rad, but then we're like, oh yeah, so remember that one time that Bing Bong shit itself? And we continue on our stories and we get distracted and we're slamming beers, and all of a sudden, like, a couple of gray ones come walking over.
That would be excellent.
Do you think you would be scared at all?
I'm sure I would, yeah. I wouldn't at first be like, oh, dude, let's hug, I would kind of like, are you here to kill me? Are you taking me away? Or are you just here to hang out? If so, here's a beer.
Okay, so we're out there. We got the fire going. We're listening to 80s hair metal. We're just chatting back and forth, drinking beers. And 3 gray ones, real tall, so we'll say like 8 foot tall.
Oh, wow.
Come walking between the houses. So they're rustling. So already we're like looking and like, who's that? What is that?
Yeah.
Do you think we'd be like, who is that? Picante, is that you?
Probably.
But then we're like, hey, what is that? What do you think that is? And then they start like slowly coming over. Our fire completely goes out. The music dies.
Yeah, I'd probably shit my pants.
So then they come over and they just stand there. and they're staring at us. What do we do?
You scream.
Would you scream?
Offer them a beer. I don't know. I'd probably be so dumbfounded and like in shock. I probably wouldn't even know what to do.
I don't even know what I would do too, but do you think that you would say anything to them? Like, hi?
Yeah, I'd probably try to rustle out some sort of communication, like in my shock state, just to kind of gauge them.
So then what if you just started thinking weird things? And you're like, are they telecommunicating? Because I imagine that they don't speak to us. They just telecommunicate everything.
That's probably how they would do it.
Would you be like, do you want a beer?
Absolutely. I would totally offer them a beer. We come in peace, and like they just sit down and they start partying.
All right.
The next day, there's fucking beer cans all over the backyard and a bunch of fucking grays passed out.
So what if they came and you felt uneasy with them and you were like, I don't think they come in peace?
Game over. Which way you want to do me?
Why do you think they always want to fuck you?
I mean, who doesn't want to fuck?
What if they're like, we have no interest in fucking you humans? Gross.
I would be like, well, you guys at least fuck each other, right? Can I watch before you kill me?
They're like, these stupid humans.
Yeah. It's like, we don't have genitals, we don't have sex. I'd be like, your existence is fucking awful. You're not a superior being.
You offer them a beer and they're like, we don't drink. Be like, you guys suck.
Will you worship Jesus too?
Yes, but that has nothing to do with the reason that we're here.
I don't know. It would be cool though if they came in peace and got to party with some grays.
So the way I feel about it is I feel like they'd be pretty serious. Not hostile, but also not like partying with you.
Yeah.
I feel like they would be like super serious and be like, this is what we're doing with the world and blah blah blah, and they tell you their reasoning that they're here. But I feel like there's gonna be a couple squirrely ones.
There's gotta
and
be.
those ones will be partying with you.
I mean, I don't know how long the travel they would have to do to get here and like the requirements it took for them to do that. So they might have left the squirrely ones back at home, but there's definitely some squirrely ones.
Totally. You know, like a couple drunk squirrely ones like snuck on the spaceship.
I just want to post that picture up on the internet, you know, just partying with a bunch of fucking grays.
Maybe we should be aliens for Drunkoween.
We should.
We should be grays.
I mean, we might as well.
It's the year of the alien, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Total sidebar here. This past weekend, I was looking for something to watch on Amazon, and I found a bunch of Kevin Smith stuff. Mm-hmm. And I'm a huge Kevin Smith fan, but I had not forgot about him, but haven't watched or listened to any of his stuff lately. So I watched one of his like stand-up things. Oh my god, it was so funny. I forgot how much I love that dude. And it made me think he would be my number one person that I would want to interview. I would just love to like sit down and talk with him.
Yeah.
So it got me thinking, who would be your number one person that you would want to interview?
Oh, man.
Like, if you could have one celebrity be on the pod, who would it be?
Living?
You could say living or dead.
Yeah, let's do a living and then maybe a dead one. Oh, man, that's tough. Shit, maybe like George Lucas or Phil Anselmo.
I mean, those are two totally different interviews right there. So either George Lucas is going to sit here and be super serious and tell you all about Star Wars and how his ideas came to fruition and all that.
Which I feel there's enough interviews out there of that. I don't know. If I had to pick one, I'd go with Phil.
And Phil Anselmo comes in, you hand him a beer, you crack some beers, you start talking old war stories.
Absolutely. That'd be a good time.
My God, could you imagine the fucking stories he could tell?
Yeah, that would be fun. That would be a lot of fun.
Now, as much as I love Kevin Smith, he's not a partier at all.
Nah.
Like, now he smokes weed, but he smokes weed and does productive stuff, so he's never been a partier. Mm-hmm. I feel like if you want those kind of war stories, it's gotta be a rock star. Because my God, what a life, right? Like, it's a life that we will never live.
I know. Never really truly know what it was.
Can you just imagine the stories?
It would be great. I would take it all in.
Oh my God, that would be the best. just telling just straight up war stories.
I wouldn't even interview him about the music. It would just be about the war stories.
Yeah.
And for those that are listening that don't know who Phil Anselmo is, he's the lead singer of Pantera.
And if you're listening, why don't you know who that is?
For real. Get that shit in check, drunkles.
So if I had to pick a rock star, I would want to pick probably someone from the 80s, because that's when all the good partying was going on.
Yeah.
Probably want to pick like a Tommy Lee or something.
One of those dudes would be interesting.
But I've read The Dirt and I watched the movie. There's a lot of their crazy stories in there, but just to hear it from their mouth and the crazier stories.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it's tamed down for public consumption.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
If you have not read The Dirt or watched the movie on Netflix, you totally got to check it out.
Shit makes you want to party.
Oh my god, yes it does. For sure. Okay, so another completely off the wall. It's almost Valentine's Day.
Oh, yeah.
If you had a chick that you were going to take out for Valentine's Day, what would be your romantic date?
I guess I'd pick her up around 7. We'd go to Skyline. And then...
Fucking nailed it. I already told Preston, I said this is exactly going to be his date. So I've already nailed that part. Go ahead.
Let's see if you can nail the second part.
All right, go ahead.
I would probably then take her to one of the local bars.
So you take her out to Skyline, and you would pay, right? Because you're a gentleman.
Well, yeah. I have to think about that.
Do you have coupons?
No. I already spent my gift card.
So you take her out to Skyline, get some cheese conies and a 3-way.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you take her to the pub.
Probably the pub, yeah. A little bit more room, you know.
Not the lake.
Lake's a little more savagey. I'm not saying the pub's much different, but I feel like you got a little bit more space to breathe.
All right, so you get to the pub, and then what? You just drink some beers?
Doing some drinking, yeah. I mean, just love drinking, obviously.
All right, so then it's last call. You guys do a shot before you leave or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then what?
Well, then we go fuck. I mean, what else is there to do at that point?
You're so romantic.
Hey, yeah, I keep it real.
So it's Valentine's Day. Do you bring her a gift?
I mean, how long have I been dating? Is it just like, well, I guess it wouldn't be a first date if we're going out on Valentine's Day, or maybe it is. I guess some roses.
This is like a fresh date, so I would say this is like your third date.
Yeah, I'd probably get something, I'm sure.
Roses?
Yeah, well, it depends, like, how long I've been dating her. Like, if I know what she's into, I'll get her something cool, like, you know, whatever the fuck she's into, so.
Would you bring her, like, a bottle of Jack Daniels and some chocolate?
Yeah, this is for the after party, baby. Bottle of lube. A scented candle.
Aww. So romantic.
A fucking typo negative CD, because who listens to CDs anymore?
I absolutely fucking nailed that, by the way.
Did you? I mean...
I was like, so this is what he's going to say. They're going to go to dinner at Skyline, and then they're going to drink, and then they're going to fuck. But I did say it while listening to 80s hair metal.
Yeah, I'm a simple dude. I like to keep it fucking easy.
Easy and sleazy.
Hey, fuck yeah. So what would you do? Well, I mean, I guess you're the chick. You're the one getting taken out.
Yeah,
so.
I'm the chick.
But hey, you're in a girl power era. Maybe the chick can take the dude out.
As if.
Girl power.
No, I still want to be romanced. I want to be taken out.
Oh, that'd be cool to get an alpha bitch where she takes me out.
And then she comes home and she fucks you.
Oh, yeah. She stands up and fucks me while I lay on the bed.
No, she puts the strap on.
Oh, I mean, she's paying for everything. Fuck it.
Oh my God.
You know, those bar tabs can get expensive.
Would you really allow a girl to take you out, to pick you up, take you to dinner, pay for it, take you to the bar, pay for all the drinks?
I'd let them, yeah. Fuck it.
Really?
It's a free night out.
I mean, I guess. It is 2021 now. So
yeah, it's a new era, man. You gotta be woke.
I guess.
chicks are very capable of paying their own ways now, and they're dudes.
Chicks are very capable of paying their own way. I have no problem paying my own way.
And they're dudes.
No.
Yes.
No.
It's a new era, man. Girl power.
No. So I will tell you, if I was single and I had to pay for the dude, no.
You wouldn't be calling him back?
No, not at all. Absolutely not.
Well.
Now, I have no problem paying my own way. So I'm not going to expect you to take me to dinner, pay for the dinner, go to drinks, pay for the drinks, go to the movie, pay for the movie, or whatever.
It'd be an expensive fucking night.
It would be an expensive night. Now, you pay for dinner, I'll leave the tip. Or we go to dinner, you pay for dinner, I'll get some drinks. But I am not picking you up, plus paying for dinner, plus paying for drinks.
Do you need the door open for you, too?
Sometimes it's nice.
Yeah.
I don't need it. I don't have to have it. I can perfectly capable of opening up my own door. It's just nice.
I never understood why that was ever even a thing.
It's gentlemanly. It's nice. It's a nice thing to do.
I'm not a gentleman, so I don't get
Avi.
it. I just thought it was unnecessary movement. I mean, how hard is it to fucking pull open a latch and sit in the fucking
And this is why you don't have girlfriends, so...
That's good.
There's that!
Fuck it.
Maybe if you just thought, that's a nice gesture that I could do. It's not that it's needed.
I
It's
thought, like, tongue in a butthole is a nice gesture.
Brad. Tonguing a butthole is not romance.
What is that, then? I thought that was romantic.
It's not romantic.
Romancing the stone.
No. Tonguing a butthole is like when you've been in a relationship for a while and you're like, hey, let's try this. It's not romantic.
I guess everyone's got their own opinions.
So I think that you should get a dating profile and put that on there.
I tongue buttholes. Shit, yeah. Maybe that'll increase my my rate of picking up women.
If you put that on your profile, that's obviously what girls are going to expect.
Oh, getting the butthole tongued?
Yeah, if you put that out there, hey, I'm a butthole licker.
Yeah. Well, see, I guess I don't want to put that out there because every butthole's not created equally.
No, it is not. That was going to be my next point. Like, these girls are going to come to you and be like, all right, it's time to lick my butthole.
Yeah, and you get the weird one that likes to have a shitty butthole and have it licked, like she's into scat, you know, some weird stuff.
I mean, if you're going to put out there that you lick buttholes, you might get the scat girls.
Yeah, so that's definitely not going on the profile.
You'll probably also get the girls that will want to pee on you.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know. We'll just keep the dating profile PG, I guess.
So, do you have a dating profile online?
I've had them, but I haven't been on them in a while.
So, what do you put on your dating profile?
I don't know. I, think
I like turtles.
I think I do. I keep it straight, like, because it's, when you get to know me, that's what you're fucking getting, you know?
Is it like, I like to party with my friends and...
I feel like that probably was one of the ones I did, like, 10 years ago.
I like to get drunk and I like to collect reptiles.
I mean, that's what they're getting.
Honestly.
Embrace it.
Yes. Because you don't want to be like, oh, this is who I am and this is me.
Yeah.
And then they're like, wait, that's not you at all.
My things are pretty abundant. It's not a minimal thing of my lifestyle. So,
Should
might as well
just
get it out there.
Put it out there. Do you drink? Yes. Heavily. Also, I collect toys.
Yes.
I
many.
love Star Wars.
Star Wars is my number one.
I have 1,000,000 turtles, and I take care of them a lot, so it takes up a lot of my time. So I don't have a lot of time to text you.
Yeah. I have a lizard named Deb.
I have a lizard named Deb.
So if you think you're into this, well, let's try to make it work.
Let's meet up at Skyline. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's where all of our dates are going to be.
We might do La Roses every now and then, and Recon Mexicano.
Ooh, Rincon is like for the anniversary, right?
Yeah, that's a big day, for sure.
So that one's like you've been dating for like a year, and then it's Valentine's Day. Then you go to Rincon.
Yeah, probably. That's definitely after some time's been put in.
So if you've been dating for a year, then you go out for the nice date, That's when the butthole licking comes in.
Yeah.
Although, I don't think that you want to take her to Rincon and then lick butthole.
Definitely not. No. Yeah. That's
You should
a good
probably
point.
stick to, like, salads or sandwiches.
Yeah, I don't think butthole licking would probably happen on a Valentine's Day because, you know, typically on Valentine's Day, you do go out to eat. And I don't know. I mean, I don't think I've ever had a Valentine's Day dinner, but you typically probably just, like, enjoy it, like, pig out, get a steak or whatever the fuck. You know, normal people.
Enjoy yourself, yeah.
They're not eating, you know, refried beans or fucking Skyline chili. So, yeah, you definitely don't want to be tongue punching a fart box after that.
Or you start the date with the butthole licking.
Yeah.
Then you get dressed nice. Then you go eat your refried beans.
Yeah, I was thinking too, like, I guess if it's the year anniversary, we could just, like, skip the bar and come back and party naked at our own place. And so we could go to a more expensive restaurant.
True.
Yeah.
Which is what you should do. But when you say party naked, you should try to class it up a little.
I just think sitting on the couch watching YouTube videos naked.
Drinking High Life.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe spring for a bottle of wine and some chocolates.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
A bottle of wine and chocolates is much cheaper than a night at the bar.
Yeah.
And it's classier. Also, I have a great tip for the butthole licking.
Yeah.
So you get her, and it's super romantic, and she'll never know. Get her the bottle of wine, you get her the chocolates, and you run her a nice bubble bath.
Get her all clean.
Yes.
There you go.
Exactly. And she thinks that it's romantic.
Get her all cleaned up. That's a good idea.
There you go.
I'll have to remember that one.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta find a date in fucking 10 days.
Get one of your little scented candles.
Yeah.
See? All this stuff you can do for pretty cheap. Cheaper than a night at the bar.
Yeah.
And it's also romantic.
I'll have to remember that.
So, let's see. How many days do we have? We have 9 days.
9 days. Can I find a date in 9 days? What does Valentine's Day land on? Like a fucking Tuesday?
I think it's a Sunday. Let me see.
Oh, sweet.
It's a Sunday, so it would be that Saturday probably that you would celebrate it. So now you have 8 days. You have less than a week.
Well, ladies, come my way.
I mean, I would say, ladies, if you're interested, but this pod is going to come out way past Valentine's Day, so...
That is true.
So what should we do to find you a date? Let's get that dating profile going.
You should totally create me one and see if I get any fucking hits. And just use it and hit fucking chicks up with weird shit and we can talk about it on the next pod.
Yes!
Just send them weird ass shit if you want. I don't give a fuck.
Yes! What is a dating website these days?
I don't know. I know that there's the Plenty of Fish. I think Facebook has one, but that's probably linked up to your profile. Is Tinder a gay one?
Grindr.
Grindr
Is the gay one. Tinder, I think, used to be a hookup app, but now I think some people said that it was a dating app now.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never got on it. Maybe I should check that one out.
We'll check it out.
Yeah.
After the pod, we'll get on your computer, we'll set you one up.
Okay. Yeah, no.
And then you can start texting the chicks throughout the week. And let me know. You want me to do all the work. And you get all the butthole licking.
Hey, you used to hook it up back in the day. You got me laid tons.
Oh my god, but it was so easy because we were partying. I don't even know how it happened. It was just chicks would come around. I'd be like, have you met Brad?
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Hey, check out my friend Brad. Don't you want to have sex with him? You're like, yeah.
Let's fuck. I won't discriminate.
All right, let's get to this drunkle of the week.
Drunkle of the week.
Drunkle of the week. Okay, so this drunkle of the week headline reads, Edmond teen arrested after trying to get fake ID back from the bar. An 18-year-old Edmond woman was arrested Tuesday night after calling police in an attempt to get her fake ID back from a bar. Edmond police responded to a bar after Blakely told them that the bar took her ID and she wanted it back. When officers arrived at the bar, they retrieved a Texas ID with the name McCamey Queen. The lady told officers she was McCamey Queen, and the bar didn't believe her. Officers ran the Texas ID license number, and it came back eligible out of Texas to a Robert Sanchez. She told officers that she did not think she would get caught. She was then arrested for presenting false ID with the purpose of misleading officers and taken to Edmond City Jail. What a stupid. So she has a fake ID, and the bar doesn't believe her that it's her, obviously, so they take her ID. So she calls the cops to get her fake ID back from the bar. How fucking stupid are you?
Was she blonde?
Yes.
No.
Have you ever tried to use a fake ID?
Never. Never had like an opportunity to get one.
Did you ever sneak into a bar when you were underage?
Yeah.
How'd you do that?
I'd just walk in.
Really?
Yeah, well, a lot of the times I was 20 and the buddies were 21, so I wouldn't get beer all the time, but, you know.
Did you ever go into a bar underage and get the big, huge X's on your hands? And then did you ever wash them off and get drinks?
Oh, yeah, I mean, I attempted it all.
So, who was with us that was with us at Sports Page, and he was underage, and he was drinking, but he was, like, announcing it very loudly that he was drinking.
Sounds
and
like
got
him.
kicked out of the bar? You're a fucking idiot. You got big X's on your hands.
Yeah.
You're probably the only underage motherfucker in here, so they're keeping an eye on you, and you are loudly saying...
That's coming back to me now. Yeah, I think that was totally him. He's just being a belligerent motherfucker.
What a fucking idiot.
That kid's an asshole anyway.
I never, ever got into a bar underage to be of age, and never, ever drank underage at a bar.
Really?
I was always so scared.
Yeah, Ethel's, I did a lot of drinking underage.
But they knew you, right?
Yeah.
Did they just let you, or?
We would go in a lot, and the buddies were 21, so eventually just, like, served you
And
up.
you were almost there anyways, right?
Yeah.
I used to hang out with some people, they were like a year or two older than me, and they would go out all the time, and they would try to get me to go with them, and be like, come on, we'll get you in, or you can use this ID, because I looked kind of like one of my friends who was older than me. She was like, just try to use my ID, and I was like, oh no. I was terrified. I don't know why I was so scared. I guess I was a little goody-goody, I guess. And then once I turned 21, then it all just went to shit.
Is that when you started ripping it?
Yeah. Yeah. Big time. Well, you know, I found the Drunken Army, and then it was over from there.
Oh, whatever. You were already a drinker before fucking that.
True. All right, so you ready to wrap this up?
Let's do it.
All right.
So, yeah, everybody, you know how to check us out. Spread the word.
Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You back on all that stuff now?
Yeah.
Brad's back on his social media.
Yeah.
So I got the Facebook Drunkle Podcast group. So check us out there and leave us some memes and fun shit.
Don't forget, May 15th, Ethel's Tavern. Come down, tell your friends. Drunken Army Reunion Part 2.
And if you're a listener and we have never met you before, let us know and we'll both buy you a beer and a shot.
Yeah,
So
looking forward to seeing everyone.
come party with us.
Fucking rage.
Have a killer Friday, motherfuckers! Ow!